Hey, Salvador Briggman here. Welcome back to the Crowdfunding Demystified YouTube channel. And today we're talking about comic books and specifically the massive amount that have been raised thus far on Kickstarter for comic books. If it's your first time tuning into this YouTube channel, talk about everything crowdfunding, how to raise money, how to get funding for your dream, how to hold that dream that you have in your head and bring that into reality. And it's coming up right after this. So this is insane. I can't believe it. The fact that 17 million already has been raised in the comic books category on Kickstarter just shows me the massive testament to the fact that if you are a creator, a graphic designer, you just have an idea, a story, you want to get out there into the world, this is the best time ever to take action on this. And I think the fact that the pandemic happened, right, and that was always scaring people, are people still going to support Kickstarter campaigns? Are people still going to be launching projects? Now more than ever before. So tune in because I want to go through some of these statistics with you and also just present to you the opportunity that I think is available nowadays for anyone out there online that wants to bring a new project into the world. It is so exciting, man. I'm so happy to be doing this kind of work, and let's just get into it right now. So let's get into some of these stats. You know, comics on Kickstarter have already raised nearly 17 million. Which dwarfs years prior, and I think is honestly on the track for a record-breaking year. So Games Radar did an awesome report on this. I definitely recommend going and checking it out. Just kind of recap here. So this beats the entire 2019 funds that are raised on Kickstarter for the comics category, which was 16.9 million. So it's very much ahead of schedule, as well as for the first 6 months of 2020. If it continues, it could break the 25.7 million record of 2020 and possibly even get into the $30 million category. So number one, we're seeing lots and lots of success in this category, but also one of the things that is really interesting is the percentage of success that we're seeing as compared to other categories on Kickstarter. So, for example, for this category, Kickstarter buyers have had a 76.3% success rate, which, as you know, when it comes to other categories of Kickstarter, is like massive. It's way above what other categories are. So this is a really big jump, I'd say, in compared to some other categories. There's a bunch of interesting projects that have been launched. One simple one is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic, which topped the year, taking in over 800,000, which breaks down to a startling high $500 per crowdfunding patron, also known as a backer. So what you'll notice actually, and Kickstarter has done studies on this. You can go read their blog, which is, I don't think they've done any more, good recent ones, but every once in a while they put out some interesting posts on their blog. They also have a good Medium, I think. But yeah, so they put out basically reports saying that whenever a big project happens, it tends to also bring in a lot of smaller micro backers who then go on to support other projects. So when you have a big success like that, you then get all these other people in the community that then go on to back other campaigns. So it kind of builds the community overall. There's also a great success, I'm totally going to butcher this name, so I apologize. It's going to be UKAZU's successful webcomic, which earned over 500,000, over 580,000, average of $94 per patron. And there's also some other great ones. CATACLYSMIC MAJESTY #1, that was over 400K that was raised. Tons of great success here, and also you're just seeing a lot of web comics and a lot of success in general when it comes to the comics category on Kickstarter. So we've actually as well covered this on the podcast, and you can see some of these real interviews I've done with people who have had great success, who've had results on Kickstarter. So I'd say the number one takeaway is that, number one, projects are being launched all of the time. They are seeing success. Average backer can be ranging from $100 upwards. And in addition, they're seeing a lot higher levels of success than some of the other categories that are available out there when it comes to Kickstarter. So this is like, you have no excuse nowadays, I think, if you are interested in doing a web comic when it comes to crowdfunding. So really good results so far this year. And just to also reiterate here, I do recommend checking out this article, but they did a comparison as well when it comes to success rates. And in 2020, it's up 2.4%, up 6.3% over 2019, and almost a 20% higher success rate than in 2016. So not only are we seeing more projects being funded, like I said, but also that success rate is continuing to climb, and it just dwarfs any other category that's out there when it comes to crowdfunding. I also have a great video out there just talking about why this is the case and how to do one of these projects if you are interested in launching your own. So there are more stats as well that recently Kickstarter released that I will be reporting on a little bit. I'm just kind of trying to keep you up to date on what's happening and just showing you. A lot of people are like, crowdfunding is dead. And I've had people say that to me, like, oh, crowdfunding is so, 2012 or so 2010, 2011, 2013, right? Is it still a thing that's happening? And this data just shows you it's not only happening, it's growing, and also the success rates are improving. Now, my whole goal with the industry is to try to help improve those success rates by putting out high quality education and information for you to take action on. But also, just in general, I want to see more cool stuff exist in the world, and that usually happens with creative people knowing how to take what's in their head, bring it into the real world, and also take action on some of the things that I teach about, which is like marketing and those style of things. So I'm doing something new. I'm also starting to talk about some new projects that are being launched that I think are really interesting. So if you ever want to discover like new crowdfunding campaigns and new cool stuff that's being launched, I'm starting something new called Sal's Deals, which you can go to salsdeals.com and you can learn a little bit more about some of the cool projects that are being launched. This is still very much in the early stages, but something that I've wanted to do for a while, and I just kind of want to share cool stuff that I'm discovering all the time, and I think it'd be really interesting as well to get other perspectives. So if you are interested in learning more about some interesting projects that are being launched, you can go to salsdeals.com and you can enter your name and information there. I can start to send you some information when it comes to cool new stuff that's happening. It might take a little bit to get this up and running, but it is something that I would like to do this year, and something that it's so important to shine a spotlight, I think, on creators that are happening, that are being successful. So if you are a creator, I urge you, leave a comment down below. Let us know the types of projects that you are doing. Let us know what it is that you're trying to create. What are you trying to execute on? This shouldn't just be a one-way conversation where I'm sharing news and advice and tips. I really would love to hear from the community as well. So come subscribe, leave a comment down below, give me a thumbs up if you like these stats. Go and check out the article that I mentioned in this video, and I hope that you found this at least interesting and at least bringing your attention to something that is happening and that you should be clued in on about.
Want to take all the stress out of fulfilling your Kickstarter rewards? Fulfillment is the turnkey solution that puts product delivery on autopilot. The Top Campaigns uses trusted high-tech provider to store, package, and ship their products. Focus on growing your business. Leave shipping to the experts. Don't wait. Get a custom quote from Fulfillment today. Link in the description.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video, and geez, there's so much exciting opportunity out there when it comes to launching a new crowdfunding campaign. If nothing else, I think you should take away that other people are doing this and that this is possible. And let's be honest, like, it's very difficult, I think, to digest that and to understand that and to realize that with anything you're trying to do in life. And it helps so much to see examples of success. And that's exactly what I try to do, man, with my podcast, Crowdfunding Demystified. Publish it on iTunes, publish it on Spotify, publish a version here. I'm trying to show you, like, look, other people are doing this, and it's not rocket science. There is a proven step-by-step formula that you can follow, which I documented, obviously, in the Kickstarter Launch Formula in my book, walking you through how to launch one of these campaigns. But even still, like, you see those success stories, it's like, okay, he's doing it, okay, she's doing it, but still, I just feel, I feel uncertainty. I don't really know what to do. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, right? And it can be a little bit anxiety producing, if that makes sense. So I'm doing something completely different, completely new, and I want to share with you today. And basically what I'm doing is I'm taking all of the proprietary knowledge that I have, all of the insider secrets, and I'm putting this into what I call like underground secret crowdfunding workshops that you can literally tap into anywhere. And the cool thing is that I'm also sharing with you all of my proven blueprints, worksheets, downloadable files, checklists, plug and play, just copy and paste. If you want to do an email sequence or you want to do PR, anything like that, you can join this opportunity and get access to all of that. So to me, this is kind of something that I've never tried out before. And the reason is just that I think it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be able to put together a program like this, to have a mentorship relationship where I'm working one-on-one with people and also in a group setting. It's a lot of freaking work, man, but it's also exciting. And it's something that I want to present to you today. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, I'm going to give you a link in just a second. But before I do, just take a second to really examine this. the times in your life when you've taken action, the times in your life where you've like barreled through an obstacle, right? And maybe that's doing something new, like learning how to scuba dive or learning how to hike or doing something just fun and exciting, like starting a whole new process, going to the gym and getting fit, or going through a degree program, right? And really getting an achievement of that kind, or even just leveling up the work that you're doing in your career. Every time that you see success in life, it's because you're lasered in, you're focused, you're following a mentor, you're following a blueprint of some kind, you're learning, you're taking action, and you get in that like rhythm, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of what I've always wanted to deliver to people, because I'm able to do it like one-on-one with my coaching students, but then it's like, okay, you got a great coaching session, and then how do we continue with that? How do we continue with that momentum? And also get access to all those insider tricks of the trade that you need in order to be successful and take away that anxiety, right? So you just know, oh, okay, I gotta do this, then I gotta do this, then I gotta do this, great, awesome, right? That is how a proven process should work. That's kind of how a paint by numbers formula should work, in my opinion. So that sounds interesting to you, and more importantly, you want to also gain me as your mentor. You've gotten some value out of my videos, you're like, you know what, this sounds good, this sounds like something where I can get a lot of energy, where I can come every single week and be taking action on my project and I'm held accountable. And also, this guy's holding my hand throughout the entire process, right? If that sounds like something that's compelling to you, something you have a beautiful result, you're just from going through that process and enjoy it and make it an adventure and no longer have so much fear, then this link is for you. Go and check out this link, crowdcrux.com/mastermind. Okay, crowdcrux.com/mastermind. I'll put a link also down below. But the whole idea here is to present something for you where not only can you gain access to some of those downloadable bits of content and the training videos and all the knowledge and resources and the nuts and bolts, the tactics, the resources, the strategy that you need to be successful, but to also kind of put a bow on it, right? With also that reason why you're going to continue taking action, holding you accountable, making it so that we're going through a program that's designed to get you results, and also you have a little bit, I think, of skin in the game. Is so exciting to be able to meet other cool people as well, doing cool stuff like you. Like, that is just freaking cool. And to me, it's one of the things that like I'm so passionate about. Like, every single time that I get to talk with someone who's doing something cool and new, like, it's fun. Like, I love my job. I love to be able to do this. And I view it as like a privilege almost to be able to work with people just like you. So thank you so much for deciding to check out that link. Again, my name is Salvador Briggman, and I will see you next time.